up, guys? This is Riley with Hodson Motors. On today's episode, we're going over our current giveaway truck. This is our 1984 Chevy Suburban. Just a rad truck, Cummins Swapped Suburban. And about 6 months ago, this truck was sitting in this exact same spot, looking very different from how it is now. We let you guys go on our website, pick a whole bunch of different cool things as to how we were going to build this truck, and now it's done and ready to give away. So for those of you who don't know, who might just be finding us for the first time, here at Hodson Motors, we buy, restore, build, put together really cool old classic trucks like this one here, and then we give them away to someone just like you through our website, hodsonmotors.com. So we've given away about 15 different trucks now, and this is number 15. We pick a winner through our website just by you getting on and buying anything there. You get entries to win, and then we pick a real winner in a really short time frame as well. We do these things really quick, and they're really a lot of fun. So this is our current giveaway truck. If you're seeing this video before December 12th at midnight, we are giving this truck away. If you're seeing this after and you're just stumbling upon this video on YouTube, probably giving away something just as cool. So make sure you check us out on our website and check out what else we're giving away. That being said, let's go ahead and start taking a good look at this bad boy. So I'll put a link right here in the video how you can see this truck when we bought it. We picked up this truck almost a year ago now, and it was very different from how it is today. It was quite a mess, but it was a very solid truck mechanically. We knew it was going to be the perfect giveaway truck, but it needed a lot of loving, and we have done that. Over the last 6 or 8 months, we've given this truck a ton of love, and I really am ecstatic with how it turned out. It's just rad. So check it out how it was before. Flame paint job, just, it was weird, okay, but it was still cool. But so now the truck is finished in a new GM color. This is GM's like desert sand. This is actually metallic color, so if you get really close to paint, it's a nice tan metallic. It's really cool out in the sun, but it's a great color. You guys voted on this color and wanted it, so that's what we painted it. So it's really cool. So we got our desert tan metallic on all of our satin black trim. We've got powder coated bumpers and all satin black painted trim, door handles, grill, all that kind of stuff, and it looks really cool, including that color matched center stripe on our brand new grill. But first things first, let's start up front and show you up here what's going on in the front end department. One of the reasons why I bought this truck was this worn winch bumper. These winch bumpers are so cool. They're really expensive if you could find them today, but they don't sell them new anymore, so you have to find them used. This is one of the reasons why I bought the truck. I was like, man, those bumpers are so cool. They're worth their weight in gold. And an old school worn winch, these old school winches, they work forever. They were made so much better a decade or two ago. They just never broke down. The motors lasted forever, and so an old winch like this that's tried and tested is going to continue to work for a long time to come, so we were stoked about that as well. So the winch bumper is just freaking rad. It's been powder coated in a textured black powder coat finish to match the swing out bumper in the rear, which we'll show you here in a minute. As far as the grill goes, we have our brand new square body grill, dual headlight grill with our LED headlights. We sell these on our website. Quick shameless plug, we do sell these, so you can get them for your square body. But still, they're 4x6 LED headlights, super bright, make driving at nighttime a breeze. Behind the grill, you'll notice right pressed up against that grill is the intercooler for the 12-valve Cummins. It does fit with some modifications to the grill that were required. Not a ton of trimming, but you did have to trim off some tabs and stuff like that to be able to fit the intercooler back there. I don't know what intercooler that's out of. I really don't. The truck came with the intercooler, but we had to get a new grill and make it all fit. But so I don't know what intercooler it is. However, it does fit. It is just very tight. And so our blinkers are up in the grill, not down here where they normally would be on a square body Chevy. They'd be down there. In the hood department, you guys voted on this. You wanted the big hood scoop hood. So this is actually a steel hood, not fiberglass, which I really like because most of the time these aftermarket hoods are fiberglass. This is steel and old school, really nice, but cool hood scoop hood, and just pretty rad and pretty beefy. So we really like that. Let's walk down the side and check out some more goodies. We've got a lot of new lights and bezels like these bezels that we just trimmed up in black. But down here in the wheels and tire department, we've got our 37-inch Milestar Patagonia XT tires. Love this tire. It's super quiet, but it's still an aggressive tire for off-roading. Wrapped around our 17-inch XD Panzer wheels. It's a military style wheel, really cool. We've got mechanical worn locking hubs, and then we have a Dana 60 front axle under there. This is a Snowfighter front axle, which is probably the most sought after front axle that you can use for leaf springs. The truck's got about a 6-inch lift on it, so it can clear the 37s. But yeah, very nice, very solid stout axles, Snowfighter axles. They're so expensive. Another reason why I bought the truck is I was able to see past all the flame paint job and see it for what it was, a diamond in the rough. So that axle is just worth its weight in gold, really nice. So as well down there with that Dana 60, we've got PSC Hydro Assist steering, which is a massive plus if you're gonna take this thing off-road. Hydro Assist steering is just is a humongous plus for these things, so that's really cool. Coming down the side, we got lots of new weather stripping around the windows, the front window weather stripping. We painted our mirrors black as well. We did all of our door handles in black too, so they all look really, really good and match up really nicely. You can see a little bit better this really cool paint job. It looks great. I'm really glad you guys chose the color. Kept things like our window trim, our gutter trim as well, did that in black. And let's go down to the back side here so you can see the swing out rear bumper. It's pretty freaking cool. I really like this bumper. Back here in the back, again, we just kept touching up all of our trim with black. And one of the cool things about these Suburbans is this is a barn door Suburban, so both these doors open out. We'll open them here when we start talking about the interior in a minute. But so the barn doors are really cool rather than just the regular drop down tailgate. And then we have our swing out spare tire carrier. This is a nice, really nice heavy duty plate bumper, again finished in a texture black. And then the pin pops up. And then you get your big old full-size spare swing out. So then again, these barn doors, they swing all the way open. They're really just cool. But you need a little bit of help. But still, very cool that they both swing open like that. And then you have a ton of space back here. You could remove the back bench seat if you wanted to. And you could put a whole full-size bed back there. It's really cool. So you probably noticed that those rear doors are still missing their lower upholstered pieces. That's like the last thing we have to do on the truck, and we weren't going to delay the giveaway another week as we're waiting on one little panel. So before anyone says anything negative, those panels are coming. They're being reupholstered and made new, so they'll look really nice. We'll keep coming around the other side. Big old 4-inch exhaust all the way around in this truck. Sounds so mean, and can't wait for you to hear it because it just sounds freaking rad. So let's talk quickly about that roof rack. Now that we have the space to walk around, this truck is just massive, and we need like the whole entire 2-bay garage in order to fit this thing in here and work around. It's just a massive, massive truck. The biggest truck we've given away, that's for sure. Probably the thing I'm most proud of on this build is that roof rack. We designed the rack and then sent it off to Baseline Overland, and they kind of fine-tuned it, got everything ready to go, and they're a roof rack supplier and have a bunch of other different Suburban and GM, kind of some niche vehicles that they make roof racks for. But the rack is really cool. It's massive. It's 10 feet long, so you literally could fit 2 rooftop tents on the top of this bad boy and go camping with 8 people in one vehicle if you wanted to. It's crazy. But so the rack's really cool. It's enormous, really nice made out of aluminum, super lightweight but very, very strong. And then we have our KC Highlights Pro 6 light bar. That's the 8-pod light bar on the front. Really super bright, just rad. Just ties the truck together really well. That's another thing that you guys got to vote on was the roof rack. You guys wanted that, so it's really cool. Down here in the rear axle department, this is also a Dana 60. So some of these square body Chevys, Suburbans, stuff like that, they had like 10-bolt rear axles that were pretty stinking weak. So this thing's been upgraded front and rear to Dana 60s. And then in the suspension department, like I said, it's a 6-inch lift, but we have Bilstein 5100 shocks. Makes the ride really, really nice. This thing steers, brakes, and rides just phenomenally. It's really nice to be in. Love me some Bilsteins that make all these trucks totally way better handling. All right, let's go to the other side and go pop the hood and show you the goods that are under there, because it's pretty great. Now, before we do that, you got to check this out. It's pretty great. Got those Amp swing down steps. There's actually not Amp brand, but this truck came with these swing down steps on them. They were not wired properly. You'd open one door and it would open both steps. So we went through and rewired those steps. They're older and a little clunkier, but they still work great, and they tuck up all the way underneath so you can't see them. And a truck this tall, you gotta have your steps for, because it sucks to hop in and out without them. But they're really nice to have. They work great now. All right, under the hood we have our beautiful 12-valve Cummins. This is a VE pump Cummins. Pretty stock. It's got a 3200 governor spring. It's got the KDP done to it, and fuel pin as well. But it runs really, really, really good. It makes plenty of power. Again, we've given away trucks before that have P pumps and trucks that have VE pumps. If you are running a truck with a VE pump and you're not trying to pump out crazy amounts of horsepower, they get better fuel mileage. And so you know, they're super simple, and so they're pretty great. I have no problem with the VE pump. I love them regardless. So this is a VE pump, but it is intercooled, and it is very, very nice. We did a great job in here just cleaning everything up. Polished up the valve covers really good. Did a lot of new AC components like new dryer, new AC condenser. We've got our big old radiator in there, mechanical fan. We did a CVF Racing pulley kit, which isn't that beautiful to look at on these Cummins, but they're really nice because they get your AC compressor up to the top. A Cummins AC compressor normally goes down between the frame rails, and a Suburban's frame rails are not that wide, and so you'd have to either cut holes in your frame rail or get custom. With doing the CVF kit, put your AC compressor up high, which is what we wanted to do. Looks great. We've got Hydro Boost brakes in this bad boy, so it stops on a dime. And then again, we have our PSC Hydro Assist steering with our big old power steering reservoir over there. Did our best trying to clean up all the wiring in this engine bay. So we re-tied everything in, put it all in loom, cut out all sorts of miles upon miles of extra wiring that was in this engine bay, and just get it all as straight as we could. Put in a nice little fuse holder on the up on one of the fender wells just to make it nice and clean and easy to work on. And then, you know, if you have a fuse pop, you're not going through every single little individual fuse holder trying to find it. So it looks really good. Got our little high flow air filter over there on the right side. Double batteries. The thing starts up right away every single time and is great. So tried our best just to make this engine bay as clean as we could, and I'm pretty pumped with it. I think it looks pretty dang good. Got a little pin here because of the intercooler. We lost our hood latch, so rather we just have like a nice firm pin that's bolted to the hood. Just a nice little, you know, cotter pin goes in there, keeps it down. It's just the security because it still has the latch from inside the truck. But if that were ever to pop open, this would save you from having your hood fly up and smack your roof rack or smack your front glass. So that's pretty nice. And now that we're at the front, you can see that beautiful roof rack with those beautiful 8 KC lights up there. It's the coolest light bar on the planet. It really is. They're not cheap at all. We paid for that. That was not a sponsorship or anything, but totally worth it because it looks so freaking cool. So love the roof rack. Super proud of that. Let's go to the interior and show you. We did a ton of work on the inside of this truck because it was beat to death. So let's show you some of the interior and how good it looks. Here you can see the door panels. We've fully restored this interior, I gotta say. Went through, took off all of the trim throughout the truck, all the A pillar, B pillar, C pillar, all the trim came off on this truck. Headliner came out, door panels all came off. They all got refinished, a nice SEM color coat. That's a factory color for these Suburbans. Looks perfect. So all the plastics are all the same color and they look great. If you know that SEM paint is really nice, it's flexible paint, so it's what you use on stuff like this. But so we took everything off, did all sorts of new things like new trim, new dash pieces, new door panels, new arm pads. Anything we couldn't find, we tried our best to keep it and make it nice, like these door card pockets as well, mat pockets. We got new window switches, new power door lock switches, new lower door carpets. Speakers are from Retro Sound, so those are 6.5 inch premium speakers. We've got little tweeters up on the dash as well. This thing, you'll hear it in a minute, and it won't ever do it justice on a YouTube video, but the thing absolutely bumps. We have 2 6x9s in the rear, a 12-inch sub in the rear, 2 6.5s in the front doors, and our tweeters up front, and it absolutely makes some noise. It's a lot of fun, and we've never given away a truck that absolutely bumps like this thing does, but it makes some noise, so that's pretty cool. But again, we just took our sweet time doing this, laid out all the carpet. A truck this size takes a ton of carpet. We did a fresh carpet kit, and it looks insane as well. So let's hop in the interior and show some of the other good stuff that's in there. So we got a fresh headliner. Our greatest friends over at Ian's Auto, they did that for us, and they reupholstered the front bench seat. The front bench seat was really hammered, so they reupholstered the bench seat to look like the factory seats as best they could. The rear seat and the middle seat are both still factory seats with factory upholstery, but they're in perfect shape. No rips, no tears, nothing. So we thought, let's leave those alone, even though the match, you'll see, the match isn't perfect, but it's pretty close and it looks really good. I love a good, comfortable bench seat. And if your truck has a bench seat but it's ripped up, I wouldn't throw it away. I'd just go get it reupholstered and you'll be way happy because they fit perfect. We've got a new dash pad from Dashes Direct. It's super nice black dash pad with all new trim, like new gauge bezel, new AC vents, new dash trim. We restored the Silverado emblem, made it look really nice. Did new AC controls, their AC blows nice and cold. We've got the steering wheel from Forever Sharp. This is their 15-inch mahogany wheels. They look really cool. I just thought it would be fun to throw a little bit of splash of wood in here. The interior is very gray and black. A lot of silver, a lot of gray, a lot of black. So I thought it'd be nice to throw in a nice wood steering wheel in here. Some other nice things we have in here are these gauges from New Vintage. We're putting out a video of how to install New Vintage gauges in any vehicle, not just a square body Suburban, with a lot of tips that could apply to any vehicle. So that video will be coming out very soon. But those gauges are really nice. They light up good. They light up nice blue. Backlit gauges, but the faces are still white. This truck came with a boost, trans temperature, and a pyrometer gauge down below. They light up blue. The truck had all of those gauges, and they were really pretty ugly, so we thought, let's get away from them. But you know what? It's nice to still have those gauges. We've got a Retro Sound radio here, Bluetooth radio, and they're just freaking rad. And here you can hear it, so you can just hear how stinking loud the thing is. Christmas music? Yeah, Christmas. Feliz Navidad. And again, just absolutely bumps. The truck makes so much noise, it's really fun. But other things like new turn signal switch. If you guys have ever had to change a turn signal switch, it's a pain in the butt, so you should be happy that we did it. New turn signal switch, new ignition switch, and you know, just loving the way the interior feels. It's really nice. New, like we said, new window switches, and then we did new power window motors in these doors as well. So they go up and down really nice, And new weather stripping too, so they're not rattly, and you're not gonna have a bunch of water leaking through either. So we just spent a ton of time on this interior trying to make it as nice as we can, so that whoever wins this thing, they're gonna continually build upon this truck forever and ever. We know that, but we want them to at least have a great head start, and they're not gonna get in this thing and be like, oh yeah, I gotta fix this, and I gotta fix that, and I gotta fix that. The whole point was to get it as close to as a finished project for them as we possibly can. However, we were gonna finish these trucks 100%. We say this every time. We would have them forever, because even our personal builds that we keep forever, they're never finished. And so at some point we just have to cut it off and give these trucks away. So this is the perfect cutting point. But still, the interior is like darn near perfect, and we're really pumped about it. Love the way that it looks. So with that being said, let's fire this bad boy up, and let's go do some driving impressions so you can see how it drives. This thing is an absolute cruiser. You know, if you have a family, you're gonna feel comfortable and safe taking your family in this bad boy, or if you're a single dude, you're gonna have a lot of space to pick up a ton of chicks in this bad boy too, because it's big. That's a joke. I'm not good at jokes.
Good one.
But still. Let's go take it for a drive.
All right, you're good.
So I have to tell you, the truck does run and drive great. First things first, a lot of people are gonna ask is how smoky is it? You probably saw as I pulled away there. She's a little smoky. We still have some tuning to do, but with these older 12-valve Cummins, it's all trial and error, and in all reality, we just finished the truck, and so we haven't had that much seat time on it quite yet. We're working out just a few more dingleberries here and there. However, one of those being how smoky it is. I don't want to smoke people out at a stoplight, so we want to get it down to where it'll only just smoke at full throttle, and you'll be able to drive it non-smoky the rest of the time. Transmission, this is a 4L80 transmission. This is a very nice, very good shifting transmission. It's a great automatic option if you want to put a 12-valve Cummins in your car, because the 4-speed auto that would have come with these bad boys was an absolute mess. The 47 and 48 RH and RE transmissions were just absolute garbage. So a 4L80 like this is much better, shifts great, it will hold the power, and won't break down on you all the time. For transmission management, our TCU is an Easy TCU by Fast Easy TCU, I think is the company. It's Bluetooth and works through my phone, which is really nice. Shifts great, just the right amount of firmness and at the right times. This truck builds boost really nice, and just cruise around 500 degrees on our EGTs. That works perfect as well. Super nice. So we really love that. Turbo on this is just an ATEX 35, so nothing crazy. But again, it makes this truck scoots plenty good. So it's really quite fun to drive. Our gauges work really well, which is really exciting. Gauges work great. Tachometer works great for tach. We're using a Dakota Digital SGI 100BT, which is their Bluetooth model, which takes a signal wire from your alternator and takes that signal wire and puts it into readable tachometer. So it's really great, works really rad, so you get accurate tachometer readings as well, which in an old diesel it's kind of hard to do. A lot of times you have to do something different. There we just got cut off and had to use our brakes, which is just fine because this bad boy has Hydro Boost and they work excellently. Hydro Boost brakes are great. I think the only downside to Hydro Boost is that you have a little bit more pedal travel than if you were using a vacuum booster, but they just stop so well. They have so much stopping power and can stop these big brakes that these Data 60s had plenty easy. So love that. The PSC power steering is freaking phenomenal. That power steering, that Hydro Assist power steering is just great. Super tight and moves to 37s with ease. You can have your foot on the brakes and still turn at the same time, and it doesn't run out of stroke either. So if you have Hydro Boost on another vehicle, you've known that you can't, it's hard to hit your brakes and steer at the same time. With this bad boy, it all works great. It's super easy, so we really love that too. So steering is great, suspension is great, super soft. A vehicle this long, you know, you're not getting bounced around like a little short vehicle like a Blazer, so the ride on this truck is so good. We really love it. Accelerates well, does everything pretty well. No funky noises, which is pretty, you know, that makes me feel good. You know, I hate taking trucks for their first rides and having all sorts of funky noises and smells and whatnot. This thing does pretty stinking bomb. So a few little things to iron out as we continue to build the truck, but I have to tell you, it's pretty stinking good, and we really do like it. All right, with that being said, we are ready to launch this giveaway. We're really stoked about this truck. It is definitely our biggest and our baddest giveaway truck that we've done to date. I really love it. I'm stoked with how it drives. It's not perfect. They're never perfect. There's always things to touch up, and whoever wins this thing is gonna know that they gotta continue to build and make it better. However, this is a phenomenal truck that you could daily drive right now. We can't wait to see who wins, fly them out to Vegas. That's how the giveaways go, is we fly you in, you pick your truck up and you drive it home. Or if you don't feel like driving a truck cross country, like our previous winner, Draven, he was from Wisconsin, didn't want to drive his truck all the way home, we shipped it to him. So that's the way that these things work. But can't wait to see who wins. We're also doing on this giveaway, we're doing a cash buyout option. I love this truck so much, I'd like to keep it. Or if the person who wins really doesn't need it, they don't want something so big, they don't have a place to store it, but they still want to participate and win, we're doing a cash buyout option. You can take home 25 grand in cash or the truck. And if you take the cash home, we'll find somebody who really wants this truck in their life and sell it to them, or we'll keep it ourselves. I think the thing is rad. Again, we really just got this thing finished, and so this is really kind of a first drive in this video, so we'll continue to make it better and tie up some loose ends and kind of make it smoke a little less. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of a big smoky diesel, but still, we're going to continue to work on it, continue to build on it. I'm going to continue to drive it every day until the giveaway is up, and we can't wait to see who wins it. So thanks guys for watching this video. If you want to win the truck, go to hodsonmotors.com from now until December 11th, 2022 at midnight, and every $5 you spend will be one automatic entry to win. If you're seeing this video afterwards, just check us out anyway, because we're going to be giving away something else that's equally just as cool as this bad boy is right here. So thanks again guys for watching. Subscribe to us here on YouTube for all things classic truck related and giveaway related. Follow us on Instagram as we post every single day. Tons of good stuff about future giveaway trucks. We're always working on these things, so we're always posting there as well. Thanks guys, catch you in the next one. Gotta get the old heat gun out, dry her off. Dry.